All right, guys. I picked up these trading cards, and I believe they're from 2023. It's Fright Rags, but I'm a big Michael Myers fan, and these are wax packs. Yeah, well, it says 2024, so printed in the USA. But I don't do card breaks or anything like that. I just thought this was cool because I'm a really big fan of Halloween. Got a couple of tattoos and this, that, and the other. I'm a big fan of horror movies in general. But I wanted to do this whenever I seen them. I had the idea and I thought I'd share it with y'all. I've never seen these cards before. I just happened upon them whenever I was in a store and thought they were cool. So thought I'd break a couple of them open with you. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Zoom in a little here. It's very old school. The packaging is very old school, like whenever I was a kid and the way they would do it. Kind of nostalgia there. Let's see what we got here. The Creep Outside of Class. That's Michael Myers sitting in the car watching Jamie while she was in school. He's following me. What's on the back of them? Oh, it's a little trivia question. What does Tommy Wallace refer to the station wagon Michael Myers uses to get around? I don't know the answer to that. It's kind of sad that I don't. He follows me. In this scene from the television version, a worried Linda runs into Laurie's home in a panic because the shape is close behind. The boogeyman's outside. It's a pretty iconic picture from the movie right there. Halloween was filmed in Rockford, Illinois, Santa Cruz, California, or Pasadena, California. Pasadena, California, if I remember right. There's palm trees in the movie if you know what to look for. This is going nowhere. John Carpenter created the entire score for Halloween in just 3 days and credits the score from the Dario Argento film Suspiria and Tubular Bells from The Exorcist as inspiration. Here's another iconic picture of him on the phone. You see that on a lot of things from that movie. True or false? Michael Myers has brief dialogue in Halloween. False. He does not talk. Although in Rob Zombie's remake, he did say boo. Running to safety. That's the kids running out of the house. Halloween used a revolutionary camera called the Panaglide, which can be worn by a camera person to obtain difficult shots in fluid manner. Halloween's Dean Cundy was one of the first directors of photography to operate a Panaglide, which was worn by cameraman Ray Stella for the point of view shots of Michael Myers. And we get a checklist. Ooh, another very, very iconic picture from the movie whenever she's looking out the window and sees him in the sheets looking at her. Take a stab at these word jumbles. Laurie Strode, Boogeyman, IOSMOL, Loomis. Oh, we got a puzzle piece. I guess if you collect all these in the packs, you'll get it. Oh, here's that famous picture. That's part of a poster, it looks like. Yeah, it's a little bit more flimsy than the cards. Weapon of choice. This is whenever Michael's a little kid, right before he kills his sister. getting the knife out of the kitchen drawer. True or false? When you see the hand of young Michael Myers rummaging through the kitchen drawer for a butcher knife, it is actually the hand of producer Deborah Hill that we see in the movie. All right. So that's interesting. It's neat. Just different stills from the movie. Let's see what's in pack 2. Definitely wax packs. Very waxy paper. Hey jerk, speed kills. This is the scene where Michael passes them and they decide to yell at him. Turned out well for her. Who do the girls believe is speeding past them as they walk home from school? Ben Tramer, I believe, is the answer. I could be wrong. Probably kids. This is whenever Michael had broke into the store and stole a mask. The sheriff's telling his daughter and Lori and them that he thinks it was kids. The old Myers house was moved to a new location and can now be found across the street from the hardware store where Michael stole his mask, rope, and a couple of knives. The old Girl Scout comes through again. It's when Lori's babysitting. John Carpenter had said that Lori didn't survive because she was a virgin, but rather because she was aware of the danger at hand, and that Annie and Linda didn't die because they were promiscuous, but because they were distracted by their boyfriends. Still, it creates a trope of final girl, which appears in most slasher films that follow. Everyone's having a good time tonight, except Lori. Actress Anne Lockhart was John Carpenter's first choice to play Laurie Strode, but Deborah Hill pushed to get Jamie Lee Curtis because her parents' strong backgrounds in the entertainment industry. Jeanette Lee from Psycho and Tony Curtis, Some Like It Hot. Bob drops in. It's whenever she opens the door and Bob is just hanging out. After Halloween, John Michael Graham, Bob Sims, went on to do shows in Walt Disney World for 15 years. His only other acting gig was a background dancer in Grease. Is he dead? Lori hiding behind the couch with a knife. Ooh, there's a puzzle piece. Jamie Lee Curtis says she threw the knife to the ground because Lori was repulsed by it and it couldn't hold it in her hands. The camera angle didn't capture her disgust, so the audience believes she just wasn't being very smart during this scene. However, she does describe the second time she throws the knife to the side as a bonehead move. Loomis fires. I believe this is the shot where Dr. Loomis shoots Michael in the house and he falls off the balcony. Donald Pleasant was using a Smith & Wesson Model 15 Combat Masterpiece revolver. This was the gun most commonly used by police and private security from the 50s to the 1980s. I wish I had you all alone. This is Michael. This is a shot of Michael from behind him when he steps back out and looking at Lori. In the scene in which Lori walks to school, Jamie Lee Curtis improvised the melody of the song she sings based on the lyrics John Carpenter had provided her. Totally. Oh, this is going to be another piece of the... Look at that. I got 2 of them that go together out of 12. I got those 2. Michael Waits. The additional scenes which appear in the television cut weren't shot until after Halloween had been released theatrically. Sorry, I can talk good, I promise. And were done in order to fulfill NBC's requested 2-hour time slot. The new cut offered 12 minutes of extra footage, and a slightly older Will Sandin returned to film the scenes of young Michael Myers at Smith Grove Sanitarium during Laurie's dream sequence. And then I have another puzzle piece. So there's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I might end up getting some more of these. I do have a couple more, but I'm going to do those in shorts. So thanks for watching.